Thank you all for patiently waiting for the next segment of our program. We are now ready to present the signature event of the Thyagaraja Utsavam. It's called Gita Sangita. It's a special program that is going to be performed by over 50 of our young musicians from the Houston area. So this program has been thoughtfully curated by Vidwan Sunder Rajan sir and narrated by Vidushi Ramesh. I would like to welcome both of them onto our stage to join the program, please. So these musical pieces that they're going to be performing have been taught and coordinated by our very own Madam Srimati Rajarajeshwary Bhat. Many days and hours of practice put together to bring it all together today. So this program is actually a blend of vocal, instrumental music. There is going to be narration as well. So you'll have melody, devotion, and everything coming together on the theme of Bhagavad Gita's essence in Tyagaraja's compositions. So let's all sit back and enjoy this unique program that is put together by our artistic director. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. And namaskarams to everyone. Welcome to this program of Gita Sangita. I know that you are all very, very eager and keen to listen to these brilliant youngsters. But before that, I would just like to take some time, about 5 minutes of your time, to just tell you about how it all started and what is the idea behind the entire program. So first of all, I have some duties to perform in the way of thanking some people, which I'd like to do now. I was waiting for the earliest opportunity to do this. Now that I've got it, I'm going to make the most of it. First of all, I would like to thank Classical Arts Society of Houston for doing so much to the cause of music for many, 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 many years. And I would especially like to convey my sincere thanks to all the office bearers, the president, the secretary of Classical Arts Society of Houston, and especially Srimati Prabha Bala ji. So, yeah, a big round of applause for her. Because as she announced, actually I wanted to talk about it at that time itself during the Pancharatnam. So the very first time such a wonderful organization started in the year 1993, I was very fortunate at that time itself to come here and perform for the Classical Arts Society of Houston. So that's how long the connection between myself and this great organization has been. And again, I am very, very happy to see you all here today. And thank you very much for having made me the artistic director of this wonderful event. And we are also thankful to all the participants. And today we had when I was told that Shri Rajarajeshwary Bhat was going to be here, and Prabhaji asked me what if he could perform, and that would be a great honor, and we are all so happy that he came and participated in the Unchivirthi and also the Pancharatanam. What a beautiful beginning with the Unchivirthi. It was really wonderful, and we all felt so happy. And having said all that, now I'd just like to talk very briefly about this event. So this is called Gita Sangita. This is an event which has been conceptualized and presented by myself and my disciple Srimati Divya Ramesh, who is here. Big round of applause for her, because primarily, see, there are many students of music here. Everyone, we see such brilliant, bright faces here, very eager and keen to sing and perform. So, just for all of them, I'd like to say that our music is always steeped in bhakti and devotion. Sangita Jnanamu Bhakti Vina Sanmargamu Kaladeva Punasa. Our great Saint Thyagaraja has said. So we may be able to sing anything. Our technical prowess or our virtuosity or whatever we are able to do in terms of the music itself is great, of course. But without the bhakti bhava, it is of no great value. That is what the great saint himself says. So imagine the importance of bhakti, because whatever Saint Thyagaraja composed, I think it is, to say just he was a composer is not doing justice to him. Whatever he gave us are not mere compositions. They are outpourings of bhakti. The moment he thought of Rama was the prime thing for him. The moment he thought of Rama, everything, his bhakti, came out as songs. So as you all know, even though we are all so far away from Tiruvarur or Trivayar, we are actually united with Thyagaraja through his compositions. And drawing a parallel between, so since the very childhood times when we started learning the compositions, each and every composition of Saint Thyagaraja and many other great composers, we would feel that there is a reflection of some aspect of Bhagavad Gita being talked about in the compositions. So what happens on a battlefield? The entire Bhagavad Gita takes place on a battlefield. So imagine these ideas of highest exalted ideas about spirituality and such great philosophy and thought. We would expect some very serene location to be the backdrop, some very tranquil place or some meditative process or something like that. But what happens here? This beautiful concept is delineated in a battlefield. That battlefield, which is akin to our own mind. Talapulanni nilipi, talapulanni nilipi nimisha mayena arakaroboni nijata dvamolanu delisirama. Keeping aside all our trouble and all the thought process, unnecessary activity, even if we are able to think about the great Lord, the divine, even for a minute, that gives us bliss, self-realization, and happiness. So, there, Thyagaraja even says that the concept of consciousness, which everybody is talking about nowadays, this concept, which is a worldwide concept, even Bhagavad Gita is not only restricted to a particular region or anything, even though it has come from the great sage of India. But it is now being used worldwide to explain many concepts, many ideas, many thoughts in not only spirituality, but in our everyday lives. So that is the greatness of Bhagavad Gita. So there are a lot of shlokas which the thought process which has come in the mind of Tyagaraja. For example, whatever I just sang now, Telisirama, Bhaga Enaya, in that, in the Charanam, Alanadu Kaura Nanajaman Alaridos. So he says that when Arjuna drops everything in despair, looking at all his relatives, just standing right there, what to do? As a warrior, we would have expected Arjuna to immediately just vanquish all his adversaries. But he is not able to do that. Imagine such a great person, such a skilled archer and everything. He is just unable to do anything on the battlefield. So the way Krishna explains to him the greatness of the need to do his duty. So the Karma Yoga, the Bhakti Yoga, the Jnana Yoga, of which the entire Bhagavad Gita is divided into the Shatkams. So like this, there are many songs which Tyagaraja has composed, again definitely inspired by the scriptures, the divine scriptures, our epic mythology and all these things. So he has woven everything into his compositions very well. So this was the idea of the Gita and Sangita. So the Sangita of Bhagavad Gita and the Gita of Tyagaraja's Sangita. So everything comes as a confluence here today, and this is what is going to be presented by these wonderful artists today. Give a round of applause for them. And I would especially like to convey my sincere appreciation to our own Srimati Rajarajeshwary Bhat. When we conveyed the idea of doing the festival with this as the theme, immediately, she said, even when I am singing these compositions, I'm thinking of so many aspects of Bhagavad Gita. That is how much we were in the same wavelength. We are most about it. So we spoke about it, and immediately this idea was put together, and really, great the way in which she has put together all these wonderful faces here. Very, as I said, very eager, very keen to sing. With so many, in a short time. We didn't have much time to do this. So in a very short time, and she has done such a wonderful, putting all these brilliant students together. And I would like to tell you that this is an initiative from an organization which we have formed called Spark Global Club. And the first presentation of our Gita Sangita happened in 2000 last year on May 18th in Phoenix. And since then it has been continuing, and it is going to keep continuing by God's grace. And we have one more event of Gita Sangita scheduled for the 11th of April in the world famous Cleveland Festival. So we plan to involve all the youngsters in this great movement. So my sincere request to everyone is to get involved in this project, and let us all come together and participate in this wonderful journey of Gita Sangita, where the timeless glory of the Bhagavad Gita meets the essence of life through music and Tyagaraja's compositions. Today, and we are going to be taking a lot of other great composers also in our future programs. Once again, I would like to thank Classical Art Society of Houston for this wonderful opportunity. And thank you all for coming here and to enjoy this program. Thank you very much. Namaste. And as the songs are being rendered, Srimati Divya Ramesh will be doing the narrations of the shlokas which are connected with whatever compositions have been chosen.